October 1962. For 13 days the world held its breath. The United States and the Soviet Union stood on the brink of nuclear war in what's now known as the Cuban Missile Crisis. It began when American spy planes discovered Soviet nuclear missiles being built in Cuba, just 90 miles off the coast of Florida. These missiles could hit major U.S. cities within minutes. The stakes? Global annihilation. President Kennedy demanded the missiles be removed and announced a naval blockade to prevent more Soviet weapons from reaching Cuba. Meanwhile, Soviet ships were steaming toward the blockade and the clock was ticking. For days, the two sides played a deadly game of chicken. The world waited, fearing the first move could trigger World War III. Then, a breakthrough. Soviet Premier Khrushchev sent a message offering to remove the missiles if the U.S. promised not to invade Cuba. But there was a twist. He also demanded the U.S. remove its own missiles from Turkey. Kennedy's team debated. Publicly agreeing to the Turkey demand could make the U.S. look weak. Privately, a secret deal was struck. The U.S. would remove its missiles from Turkey later, but keep it quiet. On October 28, Khrushchev announced the missiles in Cuba would be dismantled. The crisis was over. Nuclear war had been averted, but just barely. The Cuban Missile Crisis remains the closest the world has come to nuclear destruction, a chilling reminder of the fragility of peace and the power of diplomacy. What would you have done in Kennedy's shoes? Let us know in the comments.